Hi everybody, and welcome back to the Crafty Christmas in July 2023 YouTube collaboration hosted by Terry from Sweet Pea Papers and Lisa from Paper Lace and Bling. There are plenty of collaborators who are participating in this year's project, so if you would like to look for more Christmas content, check out the description box below and go to their YouTube channels. Now in my project, if you've been following along, I've been making December daily pages. Everything is done. So in this last video, what I'm going to do is put everything together and bind these into my cover. Now I originally designed this cover here. It is a leatherette laser cut cover that I made, and I had planned to use this for my notebook, but it is not quite big enough because of the way that I decorated my pages. These are very chunky, so I'm going to have a new cover for my traveler's notebook. This one is still available for sale in my Etsy shop, so if you're interested in purchasing this cover, it is available. So you can purchase just the cover so you can make your own inserts, or you can purchase the notebook, the cover with 3 notebooks inside, just plain little notebooks with regular copy paper inside. So you can check that out. It will be linked in the description box below. But I'm not going to be able to use that cover, so I had to design something a little different. I'll show you in just a minute. But before we do anything else, I'm going to bind my pages together. I hadn't decided when I first started if I was going to bind them all or leave them single sheets, but because of the way my book is coming out, I'm going to go ahead and bind them together. I'm just going to put 2 holes in each of these, so it's just going to be a simple binding just to hold these together. And I've already gone ahead and marked 1.5 inches from the center on both sides. So all I need to do now is make sure all of my pages are lined up in the center. And because they're so thick, I'm not going to clip them with anything. I'm just going to hold them. I'm going to use my awl, and I'm going to pierce my hole down through all those pages. So now I'm going to take some cording, and this is not binding thread. You can use whatever you want. I'm just going to use this hemp cord. I got it from one of the craft stores a while ago. I don't remember where. It might have even been from the dollar store. It's been so long, I honestly don't remember where I got this from. I should start writing on things where I got stuff from so that it's easier for me to remember later. I pulled this apart so there's only 2 strands of this hemp cord. It is just way too thick to get it through my needle. I actually don't have any more of my journaling, my bookbinding thread, so that's why I'm using this. It's a little thicker than I would normally want, but that's okay. I'm going to make it work. So just very simple, going down 1, around, and I'm going to tie this through here. That is all I'm doing, nothing fancy. Going to tie this tight here, and then knot this. I went ahead and clipped my threads down on this one, and I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing on my other 2 signatures. Then we'll go ahead and add it into the new cover. This is my new cover that I've made. As you can see, it's very chunky. So I took out the curved part and the wrap part, and it just has the engraved holly leaves down the sides, and then I made this piece here that will wrap around the book. And when the pages are in it, it'll actually expand so you can read it, but it says merry and bright. So you can leave it plain like this, but I'm thinking I want to add the journaling card here in the center. So I am going to be using some gel medium, and I am going to be placing my card right on my cover using this gel medium. So I'm just going to get the back side of my card covered with this so it will stick to my leather cover. And then I'm going to go around the outside of this card, adhering it down to the cover. Now I'm going to let this dry, then I'm going to add some gems to it, obviously, so that it matches the inside, and then we'll start putting our stuff on the inside cover. I'm just gonna put a couple little pockets, then we'll add our books and we'll be finished. The cover is dry enough that I can flip it over so I can work on the inside while it's drying completely. So I've cut 2 pieces of this trim. This was in the goodie bag that Lisa gave us for the collaborators, and her shop, Paper, Lace, and Bling, is listed in the description box below if you want to check that out. She's got all kinds of stuff in her shop, and right now she's having a special for the month of July. If you purchase $15 or more before shipping and tax, you get a free yard of lace with your purchase. So go ahead and check that out. And then don't forget to list my name in the notes box so that she knows that you found her shop from me. And she's doing a little giveaway for the collaborators. Whoever gets the most people referred to her shop. What I'm doing right now is just adding my Fabri-Tac to this trim piece, and I'm creating a pocket from it so that this can be used to tuck stuff in throughout the month, maybe until a certain spread is done, or just in case maybe there's a certain thing that I'm not sure where to put it. Just leave it in a pocket until it's time to put it in the book. I'm going to do the same thing with the back side and create a pocket on the back side too. This is all I'm going to do to the inside, so just really nice and simple. Now with my signatures, I'm going to take the center of the first one and place it inside, and then the second one, and the third one. So now all of my pages are in here. You can see how big and chunky this book truly is. And then I'm going to wrap this around here. So there is my extra chunky December daily. And I'm going to add a few more things here to my front cover, and then we will be completely finished with this book. Now that my card is adhered to my front cover, I'm going to go ahead and add this little bow that I made with some of the trim that was in the goodie bag that Lisa sent everybody. So I'm just going to place this up here in the top corner of my card, just to give it a little bit of decoration. And while I'm waiting for this to dry, I'm actually going to hold this on because it's gonna take a little while for this to dry and I don't want it to move. I'm going to place some of my gold gems just on the corners here of my card in the green frame part. And since the bow is on that corner in the top left, I'm only going to put 3 of these little gems. I don't want to put a lot of gems on my cover because I don't want anything to fall off as this is being opened and closed and used during the month. So I'm just going to put a little bit just so that it kind of matches the rest of the journal, but I don't want there to be too much either. And I'm thinking that I might actually adhere the ends of my bow. So I'm going to add just a little bit more adhesive. And I'm going to apply this so that this ribbon is curled up a little bit when I place it down on my card. And I'm going to put this one down here on the edge of the card over here. I'm going to do the same thing, curling this up to give it just a little bit of texture and dimension on that cover. So I am going to leave it just like this and dry. Pretty plain overall on the cover, but I don't want there to be a lot. I really want to just focus on the red leather and the engraved sections and then all the details on the inside. So this is it for my December daily for the Crafty Christmas in July 2023 YouTube collaboration. I hope you have enjoyed seeing this process unfold, and I hope it's given you some ideas on how to put together your own December daily if you are thinking about it. Don't forget that the first cover that I have made that I started out thinking I was going to use is available for sale. The link is in my Etsy shop. You see it has these 3 blank books in it, so you can buy it with or without those books in it. This cover is not available for sale just because it's so large, and I think it's unique to the signatures that I have in my album. So if you want to purchase this one, you can. And then I'm actually probably going to be placing this up for sale as well, but that will come in my flip through video. So that'll be the final video for the series. So I hope you'll stay tuned for that. And also don't forget to check out all of the links in the description box below for tons more content in the Crafty Christmas in July series. Thank you so much for watching and have a good day.